Welcome back to Ballers World Live. We did not fight DJ Mystery. He would have beat us all up, so we just went ahead and left it at that. But welcome back. We have some great guests in the studio with us today. Founders of Q4, Aaron Sokol and Q Williams. How's it going, fellas?
Good, man.
Welcome to the show.
Yeah,
Yes,
thanks for being here and
Welcome.
sitting with us. We appreciate it.
Oh, I appreciate
First off, what is the inspiration behind the name Q4?
Q4. So Q4 is about the fourth quarter, man. That's the most exciting
What? I
part.
not even think.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't
honestly,
even
I
think
thought
about that.
that,
I was
but
sitting here
yeah.
just like, what
That's
is
dope.
it? And then
It's the most exciting part of the game.
It is.
If you're losing, how do you get it up to win? And if you're winning, how do you keep that momentum so
Fourth
everybody
quarter.
wins the
Yeah.
fourth quarter?
Gotta finish.
That's got to finish.
I'm kind of upset I didn't figure that out.
Yeah.
Like I was sitting here just like, wow.
Q4.
That's like those brain games, and you see like the answer, and you're like, "Yep, that's right.
That's
that
it.
That was
That's
that.
it.
It was the pig right there."
That's
okay.
it.
So
Yes.
where is the brand based out of?
L.A.
L.A.
Right in
Oh, so-
downtown Culver City is where our headquarters are. That's pretty much where I get down. I design. We have our meetings there. But, this is ideally a global brand. We want to start here. But the bigger picture is to be a global brand. So we're talking to different countries and different global distributors to really get the brand out in a major way.
I mean, you're here. You're in the basketball mecca now.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean,
Perfect
California
setting.
has become the
Perfect
place to
setting.
be.
The
Yes.
place to be.
Now, go ahead, Rod. I
Okay.
just jumped in. I was like, I was like,
We
yeah,
ready?
I was like, yeah, man, we
You
here
fourth,
too.
fourth quarter ready.
We excited.
We're trying to be global
Well,
too, man.
Quentin, am I correct?
Yes.
All right, Quentin.
Yes,
Well,
yes.
I'm a sneakerhead myself, and
My man.
when you think about the sneaker culture and all the different. I grew up in the 80s and 90s, so Magic.
Okay.
Those guys started a little bit of the shoe revolution, and
Yeah.
then the torch was handed over to Jordan, and now you're
Yeah.
seeing all these big contract deals, 50 million, 100 million. What's been some of the what's influenced your designs as far as the Q? What's brought the influence of the design to the Q4 Sports Arena? I mean, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, to the platform.
Yeah, so for me, man, growing up as a basketball player, the shoe was your equipment. Like, it started from the shoe.
Correct.
So being a basketball fan and a sneaker fan, over the years, just seeing a multitude of designs.
Yeah.
I'm a big car guy as well.
Yes.
So for me to, pull inspiration from cars and kind of bridge that into the shoe as
Yeah.
well, that's been a big play for me. I've been a fan of some of the bigger brands, but to have an opportunity to where you have, you can start your own destiny and
Yes.
do your own design language, that for
Correct.
me, it was huge.
Correct.
And that was one of the major reasons why Q4 existed.
Well, I admire the fact that you just shared something. You said start your own or create your own destiny, if
Yeah.
you will. And I think that oftentimes we grew up in a world where so much different brands are pushed at us.
Yeah.
Even in a world today where there's all this technology, I think this is the perfect time if someone wants to create something like their own shoe line. This is the time to do it.
Right now.
So, to our listeners and hearing you share that particular piece there, what would you have to say to someone that's considering shoe design? Because they're thinking, it's too
man.
hard. Anything you want
Yeah.
to do in life
Yeah,
is
yeah.
going to be hard when it comes to doing something for yourself. But what would
For
you
sure.
share with them if they're scared and there's things they're afraid to take that first step?
Man, I get that email every day.
I can't even
promise
draw a
you.
stick figure, so like to design a shoe, like
Yeah, no, man. Honestly, if I had to give any advice, one, I always say you start with what major companies look for is you either graphic design, fashion design, or industrial design.
Got it.
I did industrial design. Bachelor's, went to SCAD, College of Art and Design in Savannah. Once you do that, getting in, it's all about persistence, man. Like, sketch every day, come up with different ideas, finding inspiration through anything and everything. And now you have the internet. Back then it was more about I mail in portfolio.
Yeah.
Wow.
You have no excuse to have
Correct.
eyeballs on your work.
You got
Like,
your own media
yeah,
channel.
you got
in
your own
hand.
media. You got social media. You got different portfolio platforms like
Correct.
Behance and CoralFly.com. You can upload your work and people can see it and follow you and get to know what you're about.
Right.
So companies, they look at all that stuff, man.
It's amazing, man.
Yeah.
And now you have some of you guys sneakers here
Yeah.
in the back. Bring them on
Yeah,
up
let's
here,
check
man.
'em out.
Yo,
That's
check them out,
pass 'em
man.
out
Yeah,
now.
pass them up, pass them up.
Yeah, so y'all can check 'em out.
Yeah.
You
So
guys see that? What model is this right here?
that's called the Specialist. That's
Specialist.
our entry level model, you can call it. So that comes in at 95.
That's for you, Alexis. Entry level.
Yes.
Not
my
the
wife
executive
did
booth.
it.
we don't know her skills, so we
skill
don't-
level. We'll keep the skill level at like a 1.
I'm gonna just stay in your lane and I'll put
I
me in
ain't
a
gonna
box.
speak on that. I ain't gonna speak on that. But this one right here in your hand, the white and blue model, that's the Millennium. That's our top of the line model.
Woo, this is mine.
Yeah, that's the one
Top of the line.
everybody's loving.
That's cool.
Performance and of course aesthetics. This is the 495 low. That's our speed player. That's our lightest shoe in our lineup. And then on top of that we have
Oh, there's more.
there's more. 495 high.
He just keep pulling shoes out
Oh,
the
yeah,
bag.
yeah,
he
yeah,
got
yeah,
a bag
yeah.
full
We got
of
a
shoes
collection.
over there.
So I'm like, sorry, Alexis.
I know. I don't even get a chance to look at them. Thanks, guys.
And then this one hasn't released yet, but this is called the Enforcer. So think of your post player, the guy that needs that ankle support. You know, he wants
Big
it a little-
body.
yeah, big body.
Big body.
Yeah. So we got pretty much every position covered. That was the outlook from the beginning, to cover everyone on the court. So speed player, the guy maybe your 3 guard. You know, he transitions from
some
guard
for
to
everybody.
4. Yeah, then we got your
Some
big
for
guys.
everybody.
Yeah,
Something for everybody.
yeah,
That's
a little bit of
nice.
everything. Yeah, man.
That's
Yes,
dope,
sir.
man.
That's
Now
nice.
is Q4 primarily shoes? Do you guys have? Are you just a sneaker brand? Do you also have
Mhm.
apparel or?
Yeah, right now it's strictly shoes.
Okay.
As you see right now, we're starting to get more of the apparel started now, and then we'll also have accessories in the future to come too.
That's great.
Now, Aaron, how have you seen this company grow from your perspective?
It's been an interesting experience from the beginning.
Sure.
Just saw a huge opportunity, and we both recognize the void in the marketplace, both domestically and globally. And it's been interesting. There's been some pitfalls along the way, but
Yeah.
we keep persevering, like you talked about, persistence.
Fourth quarter, man.
And
That's it.
And yeah, actually Q4 is also about life. So we put together an interesting business model, which has been resonating with a lot of people, including at the grassroots level and at the professional level. And we're excited about what the future holds.
Mhm.
And we're about to make some pretty, I'd say, major announcements.
That's great.
Yeah,
so,
real soon.
what does the future hold?
Any announcements you want to
any-
break
Oh,
here
man.
on Ballswell
Oh,
Live?
I mean, that's a heavy thing to toss right now, but
They're like, can we have a
it's
timeout
gonna
team
be
meeting?
it's gonna be super exciting in the next couple months. believe
Great.
Amazing.
me. Yeah,
man.
yeah.
I'm
You guys-
excited.
Yeah, I know.
I was just gonna say, do you guys have any size 13s in that?
Oh,
package?
yeah,
we're
well,
just like,
I got them on.
I got a
but,
10. I need a 10. I need a 10 and a half. 10 and a half.
We got you after
What
the show.
size
We
and
got
what
you.
color?
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'll wear them.
13
I
all,
don't know how
yeah,
good I'll
any
be
color,
at hooping
yeah.
them,
Well, yeah.
but I'll wear them.
That's all we need. Just need 'em on feet.
No,
Just need 'em on feet.
it's great,
So
man.
do you?
Oh, go ahead.
No,
Go
no,
ahead,
no,
Lexus.
you
Nah,
go. You
go
wanna, I just want to know your guys' brand distribution strategy.
Yes.
What is it?
Yes. So to get into that, I mean, you know, a lot of guys think about, oh, a small company coming in, going against the giants, but a lot of people have their minds set on America only.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
There's a
Outside
whole
of
nother
these
market.
walls, man, global
Mhm.
game is crazy, and basketball is one of the top growing sports globally.
That's right.
You know, countries
down.
like Philippines, Australia,
All
of course,
the
Europe
Asian countries is
Asian-
huge.
in general. So
Yes.
when you think about distribution, you gotta include the global game. Yes, we will be, you know, in the Foot Lockers of the world, the champs, just so people here locally can get a taste and a feel of the product,
Yeah.
feel it, touch it. But you know, really, we're
It's-
looking at the global game.
It's finding your niche, kind of finding your
Yeah.
lane, if you will. Is
Right.
what we're here. Just so our listeners that are out there, if the younger people are listening, it's
Yeah.
really finding your target
You gotta
audience. Is
find
what
your
I
target.
hear you saying, and versus saying we got to go after everything, compete with everybody.
That's not the case.
Let's find who has an interest, who engages with our content, who engages with our product. And that takes me back to the social media side, where you're not limited, where you're not having to pay thousands of dollars for distribution on TV ads or
Right.
newspaper ads or billboards. I mean, you got a
Right.
walking billboard right there. You just got to
It's
figure
a
out how
new
to
game
connect
now.
to your audience and engage with them, right?
As long as they connect with the culture, what the brand represents,
Is there
It's
any
a strong
social
game.
media strategy behind the brand? That
it is.
could you mind sharing that and what is influencing that and what's pushing that and what you guys are doing there?
You want to handle that?
Because it's kind of a, you know, it's an internal, as we said before, so how are we getting these guys to really understand what Q4 is about when it comes to the professional athletes is really centered around that. Because
Yeah.
now social media allows for you to not spend as much marketing dollars.
Exactly. At
Leverage
least
those
right
social
now.
media,
Yeah.
right,
At
least
today.
right now.
Right. Today.
Right, so
Yeah.
that's kind of it's part of our business plan. It's part of our business model as to how we pull athletes to understand that globally your brand is represented on a bigger scale.
Correct.
And we've seen that recently in news with a certain player.
That's right.
right.
Right,
Absolutely.
we know who we're talking
Right,
about. So
yeah.
we've seen it happen. But the good thing about what Q4 is we're pretty much turnkey. So a guy that does have a brand that maybe wants an outside deal outside of the bigger guys, we can provide that today.
Right.
That's
We're
great.
ready to
It's
go.
almost like a turnkey situation.
That's great.
Yeah,
We
that's
created
amazing.
the opportunity for all those guys
Great.
across the NBA. I mean, you talk about the elite of the elite, and it's only a handful if you think on a global basis.
Are there any
Right.
particular players that you can share that are right now that you guys engage with or are talking with that are?
We can't publicly say
Okay.
right now.
I would tell you this, that given sort of the innovative model that we put together, we've been inundated, which is a good thing to
That's great.
happen.
That's great.
Which gives us the luxury of being a little bit more picky, and we want to be very strategic and cautious as to how we launch.
That's great.
Yeah.
For sure.
And you guys have a really good why, which whenever I've done consulting in the past, it's always been have a solid why, have a reason behind your company, not just hey, you can make some money doing this thing, you know, hey, we got this
It's
cool
a different
stuff.
story, yeah.
It's all about having a really
It's
good
a different
story and having a why, and I mean Q4 is the perfect name. It really is.
Oh,
It's
I
like-
appreciate it.
and I love what you guys are doing for the culture because Ballers World is an
That's
app,
what you're about.
and then that's how we created this show. So we're all about creating your own lane, not
Yes,
just
sir.
staying in your own lane, but make your own
Yeah,
lane. You know?
yeah. Be a trailblazer.
And be a trailblazer, absolutely.
trailblazer.
So we really appreciate you guys coming
Yeah,
on, man.
thank
you.
And
Yeah, I appreciate the
sharing
opportunity.
sharing you guys.
Yeah, they're very inspiring to see what you're doing to take this journey and to create
Yeah, man.
something for yourself. Obviously, as you know, you're creating a base for long-term wealth as well, and obviously inspiring possibly a lot of other young designers out there. So
Trying
thanks
to
for
do it
coming on
daily,
there. Where
man.
can people connect with you at? Where can our
You can
viewers
find
and
Q4
listeners-
Sports Instagram.
Okay.
Twitter is Q4 Sports. My personal IG is Q_designs. That's with an S. I don't know if you have any social.
And we'll
He's
stick with the Q4.
We'll stick with Q4 Sports.
Perfect.
All right.
Yeah,
Well, there you
And
guys
thank
have
you
it.
guys.
Aaron
Sports, guys.
Sokol
Sure.
and Quentin Williams with Q4 Sports. Thank you guys for coming on today.
Thank you,
Thank
fellas.
you,
We
man.
got DJ Mystery taking us out on the ones and twos, and we'll be right back.
Hey.
Yes, sir.